Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United 2, Everton 1. Have it, enjoy it, because that needs to become a habit. It was really, really good from Manchester United tonight. There is no denying that. I think that we made a decent Everton side, which has won 7 points in its last 9, and is doing really, really well and is well organised. We made them look average in their own half. We basically minimalised them to long shots and long balls. And to do that means that we defended well. It means that we controlled the game with possession. And it means that Manchester United have done something that was very, very important after the game against the Manchester. Look, I said it, and I'll say it now. I said before the game, if we go to Everton and win, you can't dress it up any way other than we've done well, unless Everton put on a terrible display, and I don't think they did. We had to work for that. We went 1-0 down as well. We won it 2-1. We should have won it 3-1. We totally deserved it, and credit to the players. I thought Casemiro was fantastic. I thought Ronaldo made a big difference and was very mature in the way that he did his job. I think Rashford and Antony were a lot better at helping their fullbacks. I thought Lindelof did a good job next to Martinez. Eriksen was better. Bruno was better. Luke Shaw came into the team and was really good. David De Gea was really mobile off his back line as well, which is something that is new and developing. So I think there's a lot of positives to take from the team. And ultimately, as Abrani said, it's a big well done. There's lots to discuss, but it's a big well done. I really want to do the player ratings. I'll leave it a few minutes though. Make sure you get involved in the player ratings because you ultimately dictate the player ratings. The link's in the description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average, star for you the man of the match, and we'll go to those in a few minutes. Dylan says, Luke Shaw, contender for man of the match. Very good today. Thank you. What I'm not going to leave though, even though I just want to focus on the positives and the win, imagine De Gea distribution was calm and collected, says Yoni, and he was very good off his line as well. He was much better today. But what I do want to just say, and I don't normally do this, but I think it's really, really important. Everton had 3 or 4 crosses at the end. If someone gets on the end of that and it's 2-2, we'd be going mad about the VAR decision. Now, the VAR decision we're talking about is where Rashford goes in a 50-50 with Pickford. He jumps the tackle, Pickford kicks the ball, it hits Rashford, ricochets off his chest onto his arm slightly, and he taps it in, and it's given as a handball. That would have been 3-1 with 10 minutes to go, and we're cruising. Instead, cross after cross come in, we could have ended up drawing the game and dropping 2 valuable points. When you're watching Match of the Day tonight, watch Antonio's 3rd goal for West Ham. He basically controls it like that. And they let it go. Forget the Gabriel potential handball in the box for Arsenal, which again, I don't understand the handball rule. If that's a handball, why is Rashford's not a handball? But watch Antonio's 3rd goal for West Ham later. The ball bounces up and he's got his arms like that. It's a disgrace. And I know it didn't cost us, but it cost Rashford a goal and it cost us an easier finish. And it cost us a goal difference goal as well. Rubbish. Quite a wasteful match. Everton being bang average for most of the game helped us, but lots of positives, says Suradeep. And Mark, how do you view Casemiro's game, says Griffin? Well, I want to talk about that, but I want to just go back to Suradeep there. We're very quick as fans to jump on bad performances, and we are right to do that. But I'm telling you now, Suradeep, do not disrespect what we did today by saying Everton were average. At half-time, our possession was 70%. We had double the amount of passes, and Everton's pass completion rate was dreadful. That's nothing to do with Everton being average. That's to do with us keeping the ball from them, and then when they've got the ball, us pressuring them. I can't remember them being in our box in the first half, apart from the goal, which was outside the box. I think we've gone to Everton today, Goodison Park, where we've got a really bad record. We've gone to Everton today, pouring down with rain. They've not had a game for a week. They've got 7 points from 9. We've just lost the Manchester Derby and been shit in Cyprus. They're up for that. They're ready for that. They score in the first couple of minutes. I think what we've done in those circumstances, tough ground to go, chucking it down with rain, they're revved up, they're in good form, and they score early. For us to take that game, be 2-1 at half time, 70% possession, double the amount of passes, I don't think Everton were average. I think we just grabbed hold of the game and actually showed what we can do. And I think the big thing for me, whether you want to give him man of the match or not, and people are saying Ronaldo, Shaw, okay, we'll get into that in a minute. Whether you want to give him man of the match or not, I'm going to tell you why Man United have gone from Leicester and Southampton away, where we won with around 50% possession, to Everton away with around 65 to 70% possession, because they're very similar. The Leicester game, the Southampton game and the Everton game, we've took 9 points and we've won all those games by 1 goal. But Everton are better than Southampton and they're better than Leicester. And that's a better performance. So Everton, we've had around 70% possession. Southampton and Leicester around 50% possession. Why? Because of Casemiro. Casemiro is a proper CDM. Casemiro wants the ball. When you look at someone like Scott McTominay or Fred, they will average around 30 passes in 90 minutes. And we will end up with 50% possession because they're not on the ball much. Casemiro today had 69 passes. That's double what McTominay averages. More than double what McTominay averages. So Casemiro had 69 passes today and Eriksen had 71. That's why our possession's gone up from 50 to 70. Because we've got 2 midfielders who want to be on the ball instead of 1 player and the other who doesn't want the ball. So you play McTominay, you play Fred, who aren't CDMs, and your possession drops to 50. You put a proper CDM in there who wants the ball. Eriksen gets more of the ball. Casemiro gets more of the ball. The team gets more of the ball. We get more of the possession, and the job becomes easier. I can't understate how important Casemiro was to the team and how exciting it's going to be building out. He wasn't perfect. He had a part in the Everton goal. He did misplace a few passes. But then some of his passing and tackling was absolutely superb. He's good in the air as well. And of course, let's not forget, he set up the winning goal with a tackle and a brilliant pass. So I think the difference between Leicester and Southampton, where it was very equal, and today, where we dominated the ball and kept Everton at arm's length for most of the game, is because of Casemiro and the importance of that position. He was still a bit rusty, but he should get better and better. And I think with Varane coming back into the team, Casemiro, I think it's really, really exciting. And I think Eriksen and Bruno were better having Casemiro into the team. So that for me was the big, big key. Obviously, I think one thing that's worth mentioning as well is we've got to give Ten Hag some credit here, because losing Anthony Martial when we did, 25 minutes, half an hour? He just set up Anthony. Obviously, there was some concerns about the hip before the game. I think Martial's probably going to be out for a while now. That looks like it's a muscle problem. Weeks. Ronaldo came on. There are differences between Martial. There are differences between Martial and Ronaldo. But it didn't cost us. It didn't cost us. And I think the team was brilliant today. Why can't fans understand that sometimes other teams look poor? Because we made them look poor. Exactly, Scott. Give credit to the team today. Give credit to Ten Hag. Give credit to the players. Everton weren't poor because they were poor. They were poor because we had loads of the ball. Let's keep this momentum going as well. Keep the performance. And Brandon, you're spot on. I know we're playing the Cypriots on Thursday night, but we've got Newcastle at home next Sunday. That's going to be tough. And then we've got Spurs and Chelsea. So we've got to take this momentum now because, Casemiro was one touch assisting from tackles or intercept. That's the instinct we need, says Greg. Give more game time to Ronaldo and Casemiro. They'll surely deliver. Congratulations on 1.5 million subs. Yeah, please do smash a like on the video, by the way. Smash a like on the video for yourself. We've hit 1.5 million subscribers today. The first fan channel to ever do that. And it's down to you. So thank you very much. And yeah, we're going to do the player ratings in a minute. But there was a couple of things I wanted to just talk about as well. I mean, look, I wrote this down. And I want to go back to it because I think sometimes I write stuff down and go, oh, look at me, I was right. I wrote it down before the game and I'm right? I wrote something down and I'm wrong. I wrote it down before the game and I said, should Fred have started this game? Because Onana, Idrissa Gueye and Iwobi are very powerful. And I was worried that Bruno and Eriksen would get swamped and Casemiro would have too much to do. Should Fred have started that game next to Casemiro and we should have sacrificed either Eriksen or Bruno? Well, no, I'm wrong. And Ten Hag got it right. I was worried about that midfield and I did worry because of how Eriksen and Bruno had played against Man City. I was worried they were going to get dominated and they didn't. So he got it right. He trusted in those players and he got it right. I do worry about us a little bit. I did learn something about United today and it does worry me a little bit still. I do think at times the distance between the attack and the defence is too big. It's almost like a 4-2-4. Bruno's playing close to the striker. Rashford and Anthony are very high up the pitch. And that leaves a back four, a front four, and then Casemiro and Eriksen on their own. And I think that's why Man City, at times, it looked like they were just swarming at us from the midfield last week. Now, Everton didn't do that to us. It didn't work. And I suppose it showed how that system can work, because it creates a lot of space when you've got 4 red shirts up against their back four. But against the better team, I think we will get swamped in the midfield. And it's just, I saw today why Man City destroyed us, but then I saw today why Ten Hag wants to do it. And it worked today, but you can see that, you know, it will be a problem against the better teams. Is it a big mistake that we sold Garner, says Mini? Well, look, I don't care whether Garner played well today, scores today. It doesn't matter. He made a big mistake today. Man United made a big mistake selling James Garner. I wouldn't have sold him. I wouldn't have sold him in a million years. No. I am going to gift some memberships for the members, but I'm not going to do it on a match reaction because we get loads of people watching on a match reaction. I think it's fair to gift some members for our 1.5 million celebration tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, because that's when the hardcore people tune in. Each of them put in the work. Hope they do it consistently, says Kimmy. I don't know if I was watching the same game. I wasn't impressed by Casemiro. Pappy, you need to understand about football, I'm afraid. Casemiro will play against Newcastle because McTominay's banned. Casemiro will play against bloody Newcastle because if you know football, you know what an important part he played in the game. I mean, do you want me to repeat it to you again? We had 70% possession today against Everton. 50% against Leicester and Southampton with McTominay. He had 69 passes and McTominay averages 30. Do you want to go back to 50% possession and McTominay on 30 passes? Or do you want to proceed forward with 70% possession and Casemiro with 69 passes? I mean, there's more to it than that. He also made a goal. I mean, look, let's not forget, if Casemiro could finish, he'd have scored a fucking goal as well. He missed a sitter with his head, breaking from deep. So how you can say Casemiro didn't play well, I don't know, but I suppose it's all about opinion. I actually saw the wingers defending today, says Oliver. You know what, I've got to say, Rashford deserved his goal, Anthony got his goal, but overall they were quite quiet, but they worked hard. And I'm really happy with Anthony and Rashford today because you're playing Everton away from home. It's a tough game. You're not going to be running past 3 or 4 players 5 times a minute. You know, you've got to put the work in. You've got to graft. And they both did that. And they helped Delo and Shaw, who was excellent as well. De Gea was flawless and his passing, sweeping was on point. Our interplay and passing was immense. Ten Hag ball starting to take shape. I actually think, before we go into the player ratings, by the way, make sure you do your player ratings, marking every player out of 10, 6 being the average. I actually think, and I'm not going to run away with this, I actually think, apart from pre-season, which doesn't matter, that's the closest we've been to Ten Hag ball this season. And we've done it away against Everton, who are playing pretty well at the moment. That's the closest we've been to Ten Hag ball. The reason is Casemiro being a proper CDM, and also it's because everyone worked hard, and also De Gea was coming off his line and his passing was good. And we've got Varane to come back into that team, and hopefully Martial's not going to be injured for a long time. But that is the best, closest performance we've had in a competitive game under Ten Hag to what he was all about at Ajax. And we're still miles off. We're miles off. But that's the closest we've been. And a week after the Manchester Derby demolition job, I will take that. So very, very pleased with it. And as I said many times before, these players get a lot of criticism. A week ago, they bloody well deserved it. But when things are better, you've got to praise it. Of course, the big thing is, and the critics will say this, and I agree with it, we know United can do this. We know. They did it at Leicester. They did it against Liverpool. They did it against Arsenal. They did it against Southampton. And then they go and get smacked up. They've got to do this every week. And then if you get beat by Man City or Liverpool playing like this, but it's only 3-2 or 3-1, you can go, look, we're not quite there yet. We've got to stop the demolition jobs. We've got to stop these games we get every month where we're getting battered. And I still don't trust that we're there yet. But the response from last week to this week, you couldn't ask for much more. We were very unlucky today. We should have been 4 up against Everton. I think you're right, mate. I think we could have been better with the final ball, definitely. Levi says, I'm really shocked in a good way to how good Casemiro's passing is. Some of his long passes were brilliant. Levi, I wasn't shocked at that. He's been playing for Real Madrid for years, and if you watch Real Madrid, you can't play in their midfield and not be able to pass. His passing doesn't surprise me. What surprised me is he's actually pretty good on going forward. Like, he makes really good runs and he's got a decent shot on him as well. So I think that's another string to his bow. Props to Lindelof to keep putting forward shows why playing alongside a slow Maguire didn't suit him. A what? A what? You're right. Lindelof was a weakness today because he's not Varane. But he did really well. And that's what you want from your from your backup centre-back. Stephen Atkinson, welcome to the Members Club. Make sure you smash the like on the video. Right, let's do player ratings. People are moaning about it. Let's do it. David De Gea's a 7 for me today. High five. High five. We're close. I love it when we're close. So we've had 7,500 of you vote already. You can catch up with me by doing it as I go along. But I love it when we're close. So I love it when we're close anyway. But no, I love it when we're close. I think De Gea today was even when the goal went in, I was so pissed off. I wanted to say he's got to do better, but he can't do better. He can't save that shot. When you watch it back, I think it's Shaw and Martinez are blocking him, and then it's up in the top corner. It's not savable. It's just not savable. And the way he came out of his box 3 or 4 times, his passing was on point. That's development from De Gea, and that's work from Ten Hag. So good performance from him. You know what? I don't agree. I think people said that Dalot was bad today. I give him a 6. I mean, I'm not surprised that you've gone lower. Maybe I've become a little bit blind to Dalot's faults. Bama's just gifted 20 memberships. Cheers, mate, and make sure you say thank you to him for that. Lindelof looks solid with Casemiro ahead of him, says Carl. And also, Mark, do you think at this point Donny should start a YouTube channel? Rating every bench, says Zidane. Hopefully he'll be back fit and playing. Shaw was good tonight, says Desiree. But no, I know some people got on at Dalot, but there is no... I like Dalot. I know he's going to be a bit of a roller coaster. He's a developmental player who's getting so much better under Ten Hag, and I don't think he was dreadful today. I think it was average, and I thought the defence did reasonably well today. So I think he was okay. Lindelof would probably give him a 6.5. Yeah, we're not far off with that. I mean, I genuinely don't think the defence had a lot to do defensively. I think it was more about holding the line, which he did very well with Martinez, and when you have the ball, rotating the ball, which he did. They weren't challenged. They didn't have a lot to do defensively, but it was good. Was at Goodison today for my first United match. So glad we won. Amazing to see Ronaldo score again, says Ashray. Thanks for the super chat. Martinez, I'd give him a 7. Again, we're very close on that. The reason I give Martinez a 7 is because his distribution from the back is just unbelievable. Off that left foot, he can hit a pass 40 yards, pinpoint accuracy. He's so good at passing. Lindelof can pass, Maguire can pass, Varane can pass, but he can really pass. And I just think that just gives him that edge. He's so good at reading the game with and without the ball. So yeah, I just give him that little bit extra. Again, Luke Shaw for me was a 7, 6.9, high five. We're really close on that one. Yeah, I agree. I think that I've got no problem with this. I don't mind if Malacia's at left back or Luke Shaw. I like them both. For me, I don't want to be Team Shaw or Team Malacia. They're both Man United players. And the genius of Malacia playing well when Shaw was bad was that Shaw got dropped. The genius of when Malacia plays bad and gets dropped and Shaw comes in is that's what you want. Genuine competition and respect for the shirt. And Luke Shaw was really good today. And now Malacia's got to wait because I'm sure the opportunity will come. So I thought Luke Shaw was really good today and he's taken his opportunity, and Harry Maguire and everybody else who's not in the team and Donny van der Beek, if he can get fit, they've got to look at people like Luke Shaw and say, when I get the opportunity, that's how you grab it. You don't grab it by being average. You grab it by playing like that. Casemiro to me was, I'll probably give him an 8. I mean, I'll probably over-egg in the pudding a bit because I love him. I love what he brings to the team and I've wanted a CDM for ages, but they're talking about it on BT Sports. 86 touches. He had 69 passes. He set the goal up. He could have scored a goal. I just don't know what more he could have done in that game other than, and he is my man of the match. I'm not going to lie. He's my man of the match. I love the CDM role. Michael Carrick was so underrated in this country. I mean, how he didn't get more England caps, I'll never understand. But then you look at who's managing England now and you understand it. But I love that position. I love the holding midfielder position. I think it's so important. I think you're the conductor. But not only that, he broke the lines. His passing was generally very, very good. It was a very physical battle, which he stood up for. The pass for Ronaldo for the goal. I just think it's made us go from 50% possession to 70% possession. And I thought he was fantastic today. And I think if you don't appreciate that, you probably don't appreciate the role that he did. I think he was brilliant. And I think he's made the team go up a level in relation to possession. I think it's absolutely no coincidence that we've gone from being a team with 50% possession to 70% possession, because instead of having McTominay on 30 passes, you've got Casemiro all over the place on 69. Brilliant performance from him, and my man of the match. But he might not be yours. We've still got more to do. So we've got Eriksen. You know what? Eriksen for me, somewhere between 6.5 and 7. 6.3 for you. I thought it was a lot better today. And I actually thought that you can't have 70% possession if just off Casemiro. Eriksen, there was a lot, absolutely correct, Mark, says Mark Holder, thank you. There was a lot of passes that Eriksen played today, which I would call rotation passes. Like, he'd get the ball, pass it to somebody else, get it back, pass it to someone else. It's just keeping the possession, and he's brilliant at that. And we've been shit at this for years. It's just keeping the ball for a minute or two, and he's brilliant at it. Eriksen's brilliant at it. Give him the ball, he'll find a pass. And he was terrible in the Manchester derby, and he wasn't much better in Cyprus, but he was nearly back to his best today. Piers, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. So I thought Eriksen was good today. Understated, but good. Bruno, again, I think Bruno was a lot better. I'd happily give him a 6.5. I don't think he was average. I disagree. I think he was better than average. Again, I think he's had a bad week. And I thought today, again, he was very good in the rotation pass, much the same as Bruno. There was a lot of passes from Bruno and from Eriksen that just kept the pass going. And a lot better from Bruno. He didn't get a goal, didn't get an assist, but he made a big interception on the Antony goal, didn't he, to feed it to Martial. So he was better today. Antony, you know what? Just for pure hard work, I'd give him a 6.5. I wouldn't go as high as a 7, but I'd give him a 6.5. The goal was fantastic. I love the fact that he's chipping in with goals. I don't think he got on the ball that much, but he worked really hard, and I just think he's doing really well. He's for a new signing in a new league that came in very late. He'd been on strike. I think he's doing really, really well. And a lot of people have given him a 7, which is great, which I've got no problem with at all. And I just think, those goals are helping his confidence. He's settling into the team, going to Goodison Park. That will do great things for his CV and his experience of this league. So, yeah, very, very good from Antony. Very pleased with that. A lot of you giving him a 7 as well. Rashford, I'll probably give him a 6.5 as well. Yeah, we're very close on that. Should have got the goal. Robbed of a goal. Disgraceful decision. Look at Rashford's goal disallowed today, and then look at Antonio's goal that was given. Unbelievable inconsistency, and it must be called out. But Rashford worked hard today. He wasn't in the game as much as Antony wasn't in the game as much, but they worked. And I tell you what was telling, he didn't take him off. He had Elanga and Sancho on the bench, and he didn't take him off. So that shows you that Ten Hag was very happy with Rashford and Antony today. Martial, let's give him a 6. What can you say? I'm worried about Martial. It's injury prone, isn't it? That's what it is. I just can't believe that we are only in October. We have only played 8 games, and he has had 3 separate injuries. I mean, he spoke about how Solskjaer played him injured. Well, it made him injury prone. He's made of glass. He's cracking all the time. Like, it's such a shame. He should have played 90 minutes today. He could have scored that Ronaldo goal. He could have been on the end of that Casemiro pass. It's such a shame that he's out injured. And I fear that it could be out for a long time. This just shows why a proper CDM is so important. It has to be starter now, says Leo. Shaw showed today that a team with genuine competition makes up for your game and raises your standards, says Nailgun. Welcome to the Members Club, Piers. Thank you for his mail. Griff says, still in shock that Goldie blamed Southgate for Carrick not starting 10 years ago. No, I didn't. I said Carrick was underrated, and and it's unbelievable that he never got picked for England. But judging by who the England manager is now, why should I be surprised? I'm not blaming Southgate. I'm just saying that England consistently recruit crap managers who don't know football. Anyway, forget that. Ronaldo, let's give him a 7 for our number 7. 7.2 from you. I think, you know what? The funny thing is, I thought Ronaldo's game on Thursday was good. I thought his link-up play, his passing, his movement was good. The difference tonight was it was better and he scored a goal. The goal was fantastic. His work rate was brilliant. He was tackling back. He was passing. His head was right. We looked like a team tonight. We did look like a team, and Ronaldo contributed to that. And he looked happy. Whatever the future holds for Ronaldo, whether he's going to be leaving in January or leaving in the summer, that's what we want. I said this. I couldn't understand. You go back to my match reaction if you can be arsed on Thursday night, and I would not get involved in the Ronaldo stuff because the live chat was full of United fans telling me how shit Ronaldo is, how he needs to get out of the club and how he's finished. And I was like, I'm not going to get into this because he's not. And where's the bloody respect? And, I don't see any difference with Ronaldo tonight and everything he did last year. He's not the player he was 5 years ago, but I don't see any difference tonight between last year. I don't see any difference at all. I thought his overall game was good. I thought the finish was good. And I thought his attitude was good. I don't see the problem with Martial starting today and Ronaldo coming on for the last half an hour. Is that not rotational? Is that not having two good strikers? I want that. I didn't care that Ronaldo didn't start. Unfortunately, Martial gets injured and Ronaldo comes on and does the rescue job. But what we can't have is we can't just have bloody Ronaldo because it's not enough. And are we now in that situation? So I actually want them both fit. It's the same as Malacia and Shaw. I want the rotation. I want the competition. And write Ronaldo off at your peril, really. Vic, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. And so is Leo J. Right. Also, what else have we got? We've still got some players to do here. McTominay, 6. Varane, 6. Yeah. And then Ten Hag tonight. What would I give Ten Hag tonight at 20 past 9 on a Sunday night? Can't believe we're talking about Man United matches just finishing at that time, but it's worked well for us. Team selection was spot on. Adapted well to Martial going off. Adapted well to being 1-0 down. Ronaldo's substitution worked. So, yeah, I think we're probably talking 7.5, aren't we? 7.5. Yeah, high five. I tell you what, we're in tune. We're in tune today. We're in tune. Well done. Yeah, I think Ten Hag has done a good job today. And as I said before, I think this is the closest we've seen to what he is all about. Whether we'll see it next week, I don't know. But if we can keep doing that, I don't see any reason why we won't play like this against Newcastle next week. If Casemiro starts, why won't we have loads of possession again? So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be. We've got some tough games coming up. Newcastle, Chelsea, Spurs, tough games. Bring on the challenge. That's what I say. Man of the match, get in. That's my favourite man of the match. That is my favourite man of the match. Thank you. Smash a like on the video, everybody. Casemiro is man of the match. Bloody love it. Yes. I think he is the single biggest factor to how he played tonight. Single biggest factor. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic performance from Casemiro. I am so happy that he's won it because it means you see what I see. It means you see that has just elevated our possession and confidence in using the ball because we've got a CDM. I mean, look, it's not rocket science, is it? Manchester United buy a CDM who's one of the best CDMs in the world for one of the most successful teams of the last decade. He gets on the ball, he passes the ball, and Manchester United get further up the pitch and more possession. Sometimes football's very simple. The only thing I would say is this should have happened weeks ago. We should have got him involved weeks ago. But look, that's in the past. We've done it now. I don't see how he comes out of that team now because Ten Hag will see the difference between him and the team and McTominay or Fred, and it's night and day. It's night and day. But look, he's got to keep that up. McTominay's suspended next week, so Casemiro will start, so he's got to keep it up. We want competitions for places. Right, we're going to spam the fan forum with Cass. That's what I see in the live chat. I'll see you on the fan forum. Thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video. 1.5 million subscribers is because of you. What a day. United win. Ronaldo scores. We hit 1.5 million subscribers. The first football fan channel to ever do it. It's because of you. Thanks, everyone. Speak to you on the fan forum.